Hi friends, welcome to my channel. For those of you that are new here, my name is Caitlin. For those of you that are not new here, my face is happy that you are seeing it again. And today we are going to be playing with the Natasha Denona midi-sized retro palette. I did use mine yesterday, that's why it's covered in fingerprints. So the title of this is a first impressions review. That's a little clickbaity. It's technically a second impressions, but yeah, I just want to play around with this palette. I used most of the shades yesterday, but I didn't use like these more like orangey shades, so that's where I want to try this out. I also tried the NARS smudge proof eyeshadow base, the non-tinted one, for the first time today, so we'll see how that goes. When I used this palette yesterday with my normal eyeshadow base, I had 0 issues, so I feel like it'll be a good test of this new eyeshadow primer. But anyways, if you are interested in seeing the look I create with this palette as well as my overall thoughts, then go ahead and keep on watching. Okay, I'm going to take this as a Morphe M453 and we're going to go in with the shade Nude Mauve, which is like a taupe. And I don't know, this is very pigmented. So we're just gonna blend that out. Now, a lot of people are saying that this palette is essentially the ABH Modern Renaissance palette. I literally decolored it. Oh my god, I can't speak. I literally decluttered mine like a week ago, my ABH Modern Renaissance, so I can't compare it, but I mean, I think the vibes are very similar. It's like a neutral berry toned palette, so do with that what you want. And I'm putting this on the outer corner first and then blending like up and into the more central part of my crease, or more center portion of my crease, inner portion. I don't know what the correct terminology would be, but that's just so it's lighter towards the front. I'm also really not having a great hair day, so that's why we're just rocking the bun. I tried like 6 different hairstyles. This is where I landed. There we go, that's relatively even. And then the next shade I want to use is the shade Go Go, which is her cream to powder formula, which is my favorite eyeshadow formula of all time. So there's a certain way I like to use this formula. I just gotta find the brush that I want to do it with. This is a BH Cosmetics number 7 brush. It's kind of like a flat, fluffy brush. And so we're gonna take Go Go. And what I like to do is sort of just pat this formula on and then blend it out. Oh yeah, it's a really nice shade. It's very like pinky. I mean, it's definitely not like a true pink, but it has definitely a pink tone to it. And then I'm going to take that original Morphe brush, and that's what I'm going to use to blend out, or blend together. So see, created some depth, but blended together really effortlessly. Really effortlessly. Oh my god. Also, I know it's been a while since I've been on here. I lost the like adapter that I use to connect my microphone to my phone, which is what I film on. And then I also filmed another video, but that I never uploaded. And then I actually filmed my first impressions with this look yesterday, but forgot to do the second half. Like I only filmed the first half and then came back to just, anyway, long story short, here we are. Okay, so then what I want to take next is the shade Amara. I'm going to go in with a ColourPop E21 brush. Oh yeah, this one's pretty deep. I'm going to go back in with Go Go and just kind of tap over the edges a little bit. And then we're going to go back in with that Morphe brush. No product on it, just using it to blend everything together. Yeah, I think that looks nice. Okay. I definitely thought this would be more of like a I don't know what word I want to say. Like, I didn't, let me show you the shades. I just didn't picture them to be like as pinky toned as they are, which they do have like a pink tone to them. I don't know. So they don't, doesn't really match my outfit too much, but whatever. You can't see my skirt, but it's like orange and red, but that's okay. Okay, so next up, I want to use the shades Jude and Patty, but I can't decide which is lighter. I feel like Jude is almost like this like duochrome of like silver to like a orange. So like depending on how you tilt it, it looks darker. But then Patty looks darker. I don't know. I think we're gonna go Patty to, well, let's do, let me throw in a curveball here. Let's look at Helio. Yeah, I could do Helio. That's what we'll do. We'll do Helio to Patty to Jude. Do 3, because why not? And I want to try Helio first with no spray. Yeah, that's really pretty. Without even any like Fix Plus or anything sprayed to help it shine. And then I'm going to use the other side of that same brush. Oh, this is a ColourPop E4, by the way. And we'll put Patty in the center. Now I will say Helio and Patty, like right next to each other on the eye, are pretty similar. In the pan you can see the difference, but like right next to each other on the eye, I'm not seeing like a huge difference. Okay, so then what I also want to do is go back in with that same Morphe brush to just blend this into the crease. Now what I want to do is grab one more flat brush for the shade Jude. See, I don't know, because this almost feels like lighter but also darker. So I'm going to use one other shade, and that's Opart, which is a cream to powder formula again, but this one is I'm going to use as like a liner. Okay, so what I'm going to use is a brow filling brush. Actually, I love to use these as eyeliner just because of the angled end. And now I'm just going to do like a winged liner, but with this cream shadow. I definitely love doing winged liner with shadow versus like a liquid liner. That I did a liquid liner yesterday with my look with this palette for the first time in a long time, and I did not like it because it just felt too harsh. But if you're trying to practice winged liner, it's definitely a good idea to try it with an eyeshadow. And I also feel like these cream shadows are the easiest to like move and just finagle to do what you want to do, so that's why I particularly love using them as a liner. Now I will say that this Color Story and eyeshadow palette is very basic, but it's the kind of basic that I like. Like, I love mauve-y, purpley neutrals. That's my bread and butter. So give me all of those palettes and I'll just keep using them, even though I just said I decluttered the Modern Renaissance. Now we're just going to clean up underneath. I just use this micellar water from Lancome and a makeup eraser just to give me that sharp line. Also helps with making everything look even. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is do my base makeup and come back for the lower lash line, and then come back for like just my overall thoughts. Okay, so the only thing I did related to the eyeshadow was I put the shade Mod up in, like, under my brow bone. But anyways, now I'm going to take that same angled brush in the shade Opart and just run that along the lower lash line and connect it to where we put the liner earlier. I'm not going to take it all the way in. I took it about like 2/3 of the way. And then we're going to take a Mara on that same ColourPop brush we used earlier, but just on like the edge of it. And I'm just going to lightly run that along the lower lash line as well. I'm going to take the brush that I used with the shade Go-Go, but I'm not going to use Go-Go. I'm going to use the shade Vivian, which is like a cream. It's another cream to powder, but it's like a light kind of pinky shade. And I just want to use that to blend out this bottom, like the lower lash line. We're going to take, this is a BH Cosmetics brush, I think, but it's just like a little flat, tiny flat brush. I like to use it for the inner corner. I'm going to take that shade Mod, which is just a normal powder matte, and we're going to put that as the inner corner highlight. Okay, so basically done. I'm going to do lips, lashes, and then I'll be back. Okay, so here is the finished look. I'm obsessed. If I was doing my own makeup for my wedding, I think this is how I would do it. Yeah, I mean, it looks amazing. I always am impressed by Natasha Denona's shimmers. I feel like just on the eye, there's something about them. I don't know. I think they're beautiful. Anyway, so I have officially used every shade in this palette between the look I did yesterday and this look that I've done today. So my overall thoughts, it's the standard Natasha Denona formula quality. The cream to powder formula is just as good as I personally think it normally is. Her shimmer shades, again, standard. This psychedelic shade is like a diamond kind of topper, really pretty. I did use that one yesterday. Overall, I think if you like this color story and you like Natasha's formula, this is a great palette to have. I don't think you'd regret it. I think the quality is amazing. The packaging is stunning. I think I'm going to get a lot of use out of this one. It did get dirty on my, it wipes off pretty easy. Like the back here, there's shadow that got on the back, but it's wiping off. Anyways, yeah, so overall, I think this palette is really beautiful. I don't have anything bad to say. It is $65. It's available at Ulta, or not Ulta. It's available at Sephora and Natasha Denona's websites. And I mean, I don't really know what other thoughts to give you other than I think it's really good. I think it's a really good palette. And if you want something that's like this color story and you've never tried Natasha Denona, I still think you should try it. She is one of my favorite brands, eyeshadow formulas in general. So yeah, I mean, I guess I don't need to keep doing that. If you haven't already, like this video, make sure to subscribe and leave a comment down below. Did you end up picking this palette up? Are you going to pick it up? I am curious to know. Other than that, I will see you guys next time. Bye.